Hello, my fellow Nigerians. See what our former Vice President Oshibajo sends to Nigerians and the message sent to Bola Ahmed Tinubu over hardship faced by Nigerians. Ex-VP Oshibajo sends message to Tinubu's government over hardship faced by Nigerians. Former Vice President Professor YEMI Oshibajo has called on President Bola Tinubu's administration to address the widespread economic challenges affecting millions of Nigerians. Oshibajo made the call while speaking at the 2024 Women in Management, Business and Public Service Conference. The All Progressive Congress chieftain cited the need for social welfare programs and policies to improve daily living conditions, which he said have become difficult for many due to the rising cost of essentials. He said the cost of living is overwhelming Nigerians' hope for survival. Children are suffering from the impact of rising food prices, and we must address this crisis. We need stronger social safety nets to ensure that the basic needs of our people are met, he added. Oshibajo called on the government to take swift action to address the rising prices of basic necessities such as food, transportation, and housing, which have made daily life challenging for countless families. Oshibajo also highlighted the country's education challenges, particularly the literacy levels in northern Nigeria, where over 67% of women are reported to be illiterate. He noted that education is a cornerstone for a nation's progress and warned that Nigeria's growth will be severely limited if half of the population lacks access to education and economic opportunities. A country where half the population is socially and economically disempowered due to illiteracy will face development difficulty, if not impossible, he stated. Preferring a solution, the former vice president said we must invest in education and provide opportunities for economic independence for our people, especially women. This is a critical part of creating a fairer and more prosperous Nigeria. My brothers and sisters, in a related issue, you see, the fact remains that we are all suffering equally from this failure, Obi said. Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 elections, has expressed deep concern over the persistent collapse of Nigeria's national power grid, highlighting the widespread impact of power failures across the country. Obi emphasized that power outages no ethnic or religious boundaries, affecting all Nigerians regardless of their background. The national grid collapsed once again on Tuesday, plunging the entire nation into darkness. According to the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, the collapse occurred at about 1:52 p.m. following a series of line and generator trippings. This marks the second such incident in just 3 weeks, adding to a growing concerns about the state of the country's power infrastructure. Reacting to the power crisis, Peter Obi took to social media on Wednesday, lamenting the irregularity with with which the national grid fails. He pointed out that this outrage have become now regular news, underscoring the urgency of addressing Nigeria's failing electricity sector. Just a few days ago, on the 25th of October, South Africa, which was the second largest economy in Africa behind Nigeria until recently, with a quarter of our population, celebrated 7 months of uninterrupted power supply. Obi said in a statement, South Africa generates and distributes about 40,000 megawatts of electricity, while Nigeria struggles to generate and distribute just 10% of that. Yet, despite this stark disparity, Nigerians continue to endure daily power outages. Obi used the comparison with South Africa to highlight the severe power deficit Nigeria faces. South Africa, a country with only a fraction of Nigerians' population, has managed to provide its citizens with a steady supply of electricity for months, while Nigeria grid continues to collapse repeatedly. The former Anambra State governor further raised concerns about the divisive nature of discussions around the power crisis in Nigeria, stressing that the failure of the national grid affects all citizens equally, irrespective of their tribe or religion. And when I asked the question, is there any tribe in Nigeria that enjoys uninterrupted power supply like South Africa, I am labeled a tribal bigot. Obi continued. When I asked if any religion enjoys special privileges in this crisis, I am called a religious bigot. But I will continue to speak the truth about our situation today. My people, this is what we are saying. The fact that remains that we are all suffering equally from this failure. The solution lies not in a tribal or Obi's statement aimed to shift the focus from divisive tribal and religious issues to the broader shared challenge of poor infrastructure and governance. He stressed that the key to resolving Nigeria's ongoing power woes lies not in catering to tribal or religious sentiment, but in visionary leadership and a shared commitment to progress. The fact remains that we are all suffering equally from this failure. The solution lies not in tribal or religious affiliations, but in visionary leadership and shared commitments for progress. Obi asserted, we must set aside this primordial sentiment and elect leaders who are competent, capable, and have the vision to transform our nation from a consumer-driven economy to a productive one by investing our meager resources in critical areas of development like health and education, lifting our people out of poverty, and ensuring increased electricity production and distribution. Obi's call for action resonated with many Nigerians who are frustrated by the ongoing power crisis and the lack of effective leadership to address it. The Labour Party candidates emphasized on unity and competent leadership, echoes his broader message of national transformation through strategic investment in key sectors like infrastructure, education, and healthcare. As the power crisis continues to unfold, many are calling for a long-term solution to Nigeria's energy deficit, with a growing demand for leadership that prioritizes sustainable development and the welfare of the citizens. My people, this is what we are saying, that we have to think of the masses and do the needful so that every one of us will enjoy the dividends of governance. My people, in the comment section, you are free to say your opinion. Comment, share, like, love, subscribe to this channel. God bless Nigeria. Thanks and God bless. Amen.